Oh. Yeah, hey guys, part 2,
Part 1.
Part 1.
Part 1 of what is going to be part of 2 parts because, welcome to 3 Beers and a TV Show.
This, I think we messed up our, there were a lot of outside factors, but I think we messed up our regular recording schedule for just
Oh, yeah, I mean, I was sick and there was a bunch of stuff going on, but John and I have been watching Severance over the past few, week and a half.
The first season.
We've only watched season 1, we've not watched season 2. We just finished season 1, 30 seconds ago. And we need to talk about it. We decided to not watch a movie tonight so we could talk about Severance Season 1. Spoilers ahead. We will be talking about everything that happened in Season 1 with no knowledge of Season 2.
However,
halfway through this episode, we're stopping and starting Season 2, and then we'll come back.
We'll watch one episode.
We'll let you know.
We'll let you know how
much. Let you know how it goes.
We are up to date on Severance. But this show is...
I've never desired more TV more than this.
Because for the past couple of times, we have been leaving off at cliffhangers.
Because we keep watching 2 episodes at a time.
And it's just like, Ryan, I wish I actually lived here.
Yeah. Because, if you did, we would have finished this much sooner.
Yeah.
But the cliffhangers kept me going for a while. I'm like, John... So I texted John, I'm like, hey, want to come over and watch an episode of Severance before we start recording?
The movie was supposed to be Memento.
We're going to watch Memento.
It will probably be next week.
Next week. I promise. We've been saying Memento for a while.
I'll leave a sticky note.
Good one.
Yeah.
I'll tattoo myself. But, God, I've never did... So, this is something I said to John, is Severance did the 9-episode season correctly.
Yes.
Whereas I think Stranger Things failed at that. I think Stranger Things could have gone for a 15-plus episode season. I'm already getting into other shows I shouldn't be because there's so much to talk about with Severance. By the way, the beer today...
Steel Reserve.
Steel Reserve.
I wonder where it's from. Steel Reserve?
High Gravity, maybe? No, it's High Gravity Lager.
Does it say where it's from?
211. That's my guess. 211. Steel Reserve.
Milwaukee.
The amount of predictions. We predict 30 seconds before it happens. We're like, but what if? And then it was like, it did, and we shake our hands.
Yeah.
Still, peak TV. If you have not watched Severance, please watch it. We're about to get into spoilers.
Spoiler number 1.
Yeah.
PD dies.
PD dies, thank God.
I did not like PD's character.
Sorry, I did not like PD.
I wish we saw more of him and Mark's relationship in The Office.
Yes, if we had had Office PD, I think I would have appreciated his character more. However, this is something I said this episode, is I'm very glad that we opened the season with Helly, whereas Helly isn't Egan.
Spoiler number 2.
Spoiler number 2.
But I wonder if that's to make us feel like Mark. This is one of... So...
Are we viewing this from Mark's perspective? Is that what you think?
Yeah, because we really don't know PD in the workplace, but we would know him from the outer world.
Oh.
So we aren't supposed to know who Mark is.
Okay.
So maybe that's what's going on.
I don't know. Mark is the only one we get the outside view of until these last 2 episodes where you get one clip of Dylan in the outside, and then you finally get one clip of Irving in the outside, and in the final episode you get one clip of Helly in the outside where she isn't Egan, and that's a huge reveal. Which I do wish they had her as Helly E, just to hint at it.
Maybe that's what Helly... Maybe that's
Helly.
Yeah, maybe that's a little...
We'll give you credit there. Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller. I want to spend so many nights in the museum. You know what movie I watched of his recently?
Yeah.
Heavyweights. Heavyweights.
We were talking about that earlier.
That's a movie that I would love to do for this show because it's so fucking cool.
Maybe season 3. We'll do that season 3.
because I want Tony Perkis to be in Survivor season 3.
Yeah.
And Tony Perkis is hilarious. He
I knew nothing about heavyweights, so
one of the quotes, we used it in a short, and it's, "Sorry today, lunch has been cancelled due to lack of hustle." It's just like...
You say it just like him. It's great. Well, let's get into some more. I think we got to get into more spoilers so we can start more conversation. So if you have not, sorry, we've already spoiled episode 9 of Severance for you if you haven't watched it.
So one of the cool facts I like is that anybody with a last name that goes by their last name is not severed.
So you said that, and then after the episode where Miss Casey is Mark's wife, she goes by Miss Casey.
But it's Miss Casey, not Mrs. Casey.
It's still a last name.
No, because Miss, you're usually referring to the first name.
Really?
So, like...
But her name was Gemma. But I guess they could have given her a fake name.
In high school, we had a Miss...
I thought Miss and Mrs. was based on marriage or not.
Well, it depends. I think in a workplace, it's like... first name.
Oh,
interesting. So, Miss Casey would be Casey first name.
Okay.
And so, like, we had Miss Caitlin at my high school. Mm-hmm. And Caitlin was her first name.
Okay.
So it was, like, definitely weird.
Yeah.
Like, we knew her name was, I'm not going to full name.
Full name.
Full name. Like, she was one of the, the teachers. Like, you know, that all the guys would be like...
Oh.
And, like, today I was thinking, I'm like, were they actually, like, good looking, or was it just because we were all just teenage boys?
Yeah.
Just like,
go.
Oh, woo! Like,
what was it? So we get like the Irving. We get the Irving paint dripping from the ceiling. That was probably one choice I'm not fully behind. I like that, like, maybe the black dripping paint was him as a painter, but he also painted the hallway that Miss Casey went down on Miss Casey's headway.
I'm not sure if he saw it when Bert went.
I don't think he did.
Because I wasn't really paying attention because I was coming up with fun facts.
I mean, we never saw Bert go down it.
Yeah.
So I don't think he saw it when Bert went down. I also don't think Bert went down it because Bert went back up.
Yeah.
Because Bert's living in the house, as we saw in the end. But he also had, like, probably, like, 20 paintings of the hallway.
I hope
Why has he seen it?
I hope season 2 ends with Miss Casey going up and being like, "Oh my god, I need to talk to Mark."
Do you think she remembers? How long do you think she's... I mean, she said she's been down there 107 hours.
So that would be, what, 9 days to her?
Sounds about... I mean, I'm not doing the math that quick, but yeah.
Like...
Probably.
Like
no,
20,
less.
So 5 days.
Yeah.
Less than 5 days.
Yeah.
So, and then she
over the course of... Mark, I don't think, had ever mentioned another wellness whatever.
Yeah.
Over the course of at least 2 years.
The longest she's been out is 8 hours.
It's 8 hours.
And this is where I'm like...
The rest of the time she's out 30 minutes.
Yeah, everybody's merging with one another, too. I feel like people get a sense of what their outside self is. And the whole, like, oh, you're, like... I really enjoyed talking to you. This
like,
series...
In what scenario?
This series is very Invisible String. Talk about...
Yeah, you know what Invisible String is.
To talk about a quote that I had the other day. I go to Ryan, and I just looked at him, and I go, is invisible string theory just string theory?
Does that have anything to do with string theory? Like, no.
No.
No, John.
What is string theory?
So...
Because I honestly had no idea what
you know Sheldon Cooper?
Yeah. Shout out Sheldon Cooper. Gets a lot of views on our shorts.
Hashtag Young Sheldon.
Hashtag Young Sheldon goes crazy.
So string theory is the theory that, like... So there's, like, cells down to atoms, and then atoms are made up of quarks, and there's the theory that quarks are made up of strings, and strings vibrate at certain frequencies to make certain energies slash elements. So like if a string is vibrating at this frequency, it makes essentially oxygen, or if it vibrates at this whatever. So it's like they're vibrating at different like wavelengths to make different. Yeah,
that's actually interesting.
It is to at least I think that's my basis of it. That's my 7th grade knowledge of it, because my friend in 7th grade was basically Sheldon. Shout out Everett. I won't shout out your last name.
It's actually
you're a G.
String theory is actually just when
he knew about quarks in 7th grade before it was cool.
String theory is actually just when you meet your lover and
that's invisible string theory.
Yeah.
But the oxygen is invisible.
Invisible string theory is just all over my TikTok, and it's just like, it's the whole How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, that's invisible
series.
String theory. It's like the whole umbrella thing. That is, yeah.
I really wish there were more shows that did that. Have you ever seen? There's a movie, and it has. Oh my God! Who are these characters? So it takes place in New York. It's a very Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
And
it's a movie.
It's like, oh, I wrote my name and number in this book, sold it to this vendor, and if you ever find this book again, you'll know it's time to call me.
Yeah, I've no idea.
But it's after like they meet up from like, it's a very random event, but it's like she's British, she's dating this movie star, and then his thing is, I wrote my name and phone number on a dollar bill. And then, oh my God.
I don't watch a whole lot of Hallmark, so I don't...
It's not a Hallmark movie. It's just very, like...
Hallmark-esque.
Back in the day when they used to release it in movie theaters.
Yeah.
This movie would have done really well in Christmas time.
Yeah.
But this movie, she's on a plane. And that's when somebody's like, oh, does anybody have a change for a $5?
Mm-hmm.
And then she pays with the $5 bill, and it's the $5 bill that the guy wrote his name and number on. And then he finds the book, but she's with her boyfriend during that time.
Damn.
And so he's like, damn. And like, he's like about to get married too.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget the name of it. Very good movie. The main character's name is Jonathan, so I can relate to it.
Wow.
Helps me relate more.
I don't know how much we're going to go before we watch season 2, episode 1.
I feel like we can talk about the entire first season.
Okay.
I love Bert and Irving's relationship.
I was so devastated to see that Bert had a husband at the end. I'm like, because I want Bert and Irving to be together so bad. And you said so early on, like probably episode 2, or whenever we first met Bert, it's like, I wonder if they're married in real life. And I'm like, wouldn't that be awesome? But they're not. But he had the X on the map.
I wish he named his dog Bert. So it would have been like, huh.
Yeah.
And
see, him checking the dog tag and it saying radar.
That's something for
it means something. You won't, like, you don't just check the dog tag.
Was it radar in the way that he checked the map?
Would he know that? He didn't know how to read a map.
Yeah.
He had to pull out his own mail to like find his home address.
Yeah, and so I don't know. This entire series is so good. If you haven't seen it yet, please go.
That last episode is like exhilarating. And I don't say that about many things. Like I don't say like I need to know what happens. Like there's so like there's open-ended stuff. Like I'll even say The Thing. It's like, oh, I'm okay with an open-ended. I need to know what happens in Severance.
Well, I'm going to make a claim here. I'm going to make a proclamation, if you will. TV right now is better than any movie that we have going on.
Oh, I mean, we'll get to rankings now. If I was going to rate Severance on our list, I'm putting it at 1.
Yeah.
But it's not fair. Because this is 9 hours as compared to like 2 hours.
Yeah,
of story.
This
It's not fair.
So something we're writing.
Now look, this came up today.
Yeah, this came up literally today.
We're less than 8 hours on this.
I would want what we're writing to have this much grip into like people's psyche,
And it wouldn't.
It wouldn't.
It never would.
It would never. And like,
this is equivalent to the Ruffman website. Like
the Ruffman website is like crazy, but
maybe one day it would. This is a look back at the time, but the way Severance has a hold on people right now is insane.
Cause like it's very like in our, so I feel like this happens with every like TV show that gets people like hyped, like The Boys, because it's something different than the MCU.
Yeah,
and people are like, yeah, we like seeing this very dark aspect of superhero movies, and then
even with The Boys though, it's like I have finished Gen V and I finished all 3 seasons of The Boys. It's like I know it ends on a cliffhanger. I have much less of a desire to see another season of The Boys as I do Severance.
Literally, I want to watch season 2.
Like I want to start it right now, but I know we have to talk about it right now. There's so much that I have questions about, and before we go watch it, we will give our predictions and we'll come back of like what happens right when they come back.
I will say I was spoiled on one thing.
Yeah.
It was one of them does not switch back.
When the things get unswitched?
Yeah. And it was Irving telling Helly, and it's, you're cruel. Helly was never cruel. And so, I love Irving's character.
So does that mean that Helly doesn't get switched back?
Yeah.
It's okay, well
Yeah.
Good job.
Sorry. I think they're gonna make it very obvious in this season.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, I think it would be... I mean, Miss Selwig's character is so fucking weird.
I'm so confused about her because she's been Miss Selvig since... Like, she's been name dropped since episode 1, at least. And then you meet her as... Miss...
Coley?
I don't know. As her downstairs name. And then the episode 1 cliffhanger is that she is Miss Selvig. But it doesn't make sense to me because she's not severed. And so, I guess they kind of set that up to get the name drop out of Mark in the last episode.
Yeah.
I think that's why you had to do it. Otherwise, you don't have that tension. She's not in a rush to get them... I don't know.
Would it be... Because with her character, she's also Miss Selwyn, or Miss Coley or whatever. Would it be more devastating if Miss Casey knew?
Because now I gotta look up her name, because her name was on the medical band that was on the Kier seance thing.
Coley?
It was
a C word.
Yeah.
And then you kept on naming the name, and I'm like, I'm the wrong guy when you ask names.
It's always names. I can't do names.
Because names in a 2-hour movie, I'm just like, no.
Harmony Cobell. It was something Cobell was on the medical tag, but she goes by Miss Selvig above ground.
Yeah.
And I don't so that was so weird to me because they showed it for a second in 2 episodes before this, and I'm like, I think that was her name, but I don't know if that was her name, and I didn't say anything, but it definitely showed it in this episode.
Is this a better Beau is Afraid?
Relating to Beau is Afraid, how?
That he has no idea what the fuck is going on.
But which character is he relating? Which character is Beau? Mark?
I would say Mark.
Yeah.
And it, the whole idea of sticky notes in Office, the whole when, what's her name? Holly from The Office, when she goes, don't incriminate yourself, and like gives the channel name.
Oh, in Bo's Afraid. Yeah.
Because I do like. I wish there was more aspects to outside people helping the inside people.
I agree. I think that there should be. I mean, not from Helly's point of view, if she is an Egan, so I get the urgency on her part, but for Dylan and at least for Mark, no, because Mark wanted to be severed. He didn't want his Annie to know about Gemma. That was his whole thing.
But now that she's alive,
now that he knows,
because they're gonna be, what do you mean she's alive? And then he's gonna be holding a picture. And then
of his wife.
And then his sister is going to be,
yeah,
you were just your Annie.
Yeah.
I
it's going to be a crazy...
Sorry.
But you know... but it's a season 1 episode. You know they're not going to cover anything that we want to know. You know they're not. That's how episode 1 was.
When we come back 15 beers later...
Maybe we've watched all of season 2 so far. What, 5 episodes?
Yeah.
5 hours? No, we can't do that.
We can't do that. At most, we could do probably 2.
Maybe 2.
And that's if we start...
Right now.
3 beers.
It's only 8:20?
Oh my god, we're crazy.
Hey, maybe... No, but... Okay, I feel like there's other stuff I wanted to talk about with... Do we do our bits now? I have 2 bits. I could do one now. I could do one later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can do one as well.
Yeah. What do you got?
I got everybody's. It's the most returning bit. I can't say everybody's favorite because I don't speak for everyone. I'm actually a gentleman. Some with
This
this
guy
different.
cancels dates.
Whoa. On Valentine's Day week. Too. Just
of all the times. Valentine joke.
Yo, I'm just saying. When you know, you know.
Shut the fuck up.
When you know,
no, you don't.
When you know, you know. Yeah, you do.
Okay. When do you know, John?
I wish I was wearing the "I'm afraid to talk to women" shirt.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Are you lactose tolerant?
Dude, that bit.
I'm
not sure if you heard my voice when I.
Yeah, I did.
I just go.
Yeah.
But I got 3 fun facts. 2 of them are real. 2 of them I made. 1 of them I made. There's 3. The math ain't adding up. So number 1, the show was filmed in an dude, I'm tweaking right now.
Oh my god.
Old Burlington building in Homedale, New Jersey.
I might believe that. Burlingtons are huge. I've been in Burlington once. I was so young, and I remember, it's not Burlington, it's Burlington because it's cold in there, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I went in, and it was actually really cold in there.
Do you know who worked at one?
I'm not sure. Was it you?
No.
Then I don't know.
Remember the big reveal that I had at season 1 of our friendship?
Yeah.
Yeah. They did.
That was the big reveal.
Yeah. That was a very...
What a way to quantify things. But it's they sell jackets, so I get it. It's they want you to try them on. This is, it's warm. So maybe it's a selling gig.
I always thought Burlington was a JCPenney's until I walked inside.
There's one right next to my childhood movie theater. It's attached, kind of. I think there was a JCPenney attached as well.
Oh my god.
In fact. Maybe was it? No, I think it was a TJ Maxx. I think it was a TJ
Bring back
Maxx.
department stores. I miss them.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah. Number 2, the show was originally outlined on Post-it notes from the writer's workplace in a corporate office.
I hate you. You've been saying Post-it notes all night. So I don't know. I have no story about Post-it notes.
The show's severed employees are known by their first names, while the unsevered are owned by their last names.
You've been saying that literally all night. I swear to God, if that's a lie, I'll choke you out right now.
What if I told you...
I will kill you.
What if I told you that... Just make your guess.
I'll kill you. We mentioned that before. We said that.
Make your guess. I dare you.
I think the second one's fake.
The second one fake?
Yeah.
What if I told you that the second one
Yeah.
and the first one are fake?
Only the third one's true? What kind of game is this?
I've been gone since we started episode 9. And I wrote these down.
You only made one real one. It's against the rules. You lied to me about the rules.
Kind of like the Eagles.
Was that the whole thing?
So, I literally, as soon as I'm like, oh, this is a cool fact.
No.
And then I deleted the one that was original, and I'm like, no, let's just keep that one. So it wasn't in a Burlington, it was in like a different store.
But it was in a store.
I just changed Burlington.
Oh.
And then like when I'm reading it, and when I read the second one, I'm like, holy fuck, I didn't change the first one back. So that's why I started laughing. Because I'm like, wait a minute.
Both of these are fake?
Yeah.
Alright, I got one of my newer bits. I think I forget to do it like every other episode, but this is what came out this year. This is a 2022 TV series. The shows that I mentioned, this is when season 1 came out.
So 2022.
Yes.
Okay.
So 3 of these are 2022, and 2 of these are 2021. They're very close.
Fuck you.
They're close.
Fuck you.
Maybe I should have made
Is one of them House of the Dragon?
Maybe I should have made that a bit of a bigger difference. Number 1. Andor. I don't know if you know when that came out. Season 2 has yet to come out.
They're making a season 2?
They are.
Have you seen the one thing?
I have not watched season 1.
Have you seen any clips?
No.
Oh.
I know nothing about Andor.
Andy Serkis actually plays like a face actor.
I did know that. I know he plays like a jail like member or whatever.
Do you know?
Which is very interesting because he plays Snoke.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
That's Snoke! That's
Number 2, The Bear.
I'd never watched The Bear.
I have watched like 1 episode.
Is it like good?
I think it is. It's got the Thing in it. Things in it.
It's also got
Jeremy Allen White, the guy who looks like Willy Wonka.
I think also he would be a good Kick-Ass. He looks like from last week, Aaron.
Oh, ATJ, Aaron Taylor Johnson. Yeah.
They look pretty similar.
I think so. I think you could mistake them. I mean, I was gonna say they look more like twins than they do in Bullet Train, but yeah.
I will put them side by side, and then
I could see that.
Yeah.
Number 3, Arcane.
Season 1 of Arcane?
Season 1 of... These are all season 1.
Okay.
Yeah, season 1 of Arcane.
Spoiler alert for Arcane. So...
What do you got?
No, that was the spoiler.
Oh. Yeah, that is a spoiler. Number 4, White Lotus.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. I was going to start watching it.
Yeah. It's really good. I'm on season 2.
So that was...
Season 3 comes out soon. I would watch it before season 3 comes out.
So White Lotus season 2 came out when I took Theory of Interest.
Mm-hmm.
Because Amy, my one friend, talked about it.
Wow.
So I'm going to say that one's 2021.
Okay.
I'm locking that one in.
And number 5, Vox Machina.
Fuck you. We own a D&D podcast.
We do. Check out Tales from the Grimoire. I think a few of you might have. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the story so far. But that's not what we're talking about right now. So we're talking about...
So we have Legend of Vox Machina.
Legend of Vox Machina, White Lotus, Arcane, The Bear, and Andor. That's another point. That's another moon.
Andor would be 2022.
Okay. Go with your gut. Don't think about it too hard. Sorry, that's your foot.
Yeah, that's my
I just footsie jump.
So Andor 2022, White Lotus, I'm going 2021.
Okay.
What is the other 2021 one?
See,
Arcane animation takes a long time.
Yeah.
But it's 3D animation, so I'm not sure if it takes... Speaking of animation taking a long time, make Into the Spider-Verse 3. Like...
It's because Miles Morales won't stop being a simp to every actress he works with.
Dude, like, literally...
Calm down.
Just, like, find a girlfriend. I'm sure you can.
I'm sorry, Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire did it before you. They dated their MJs. I'm sorry.
Yeah. One of them's marrying.
Suck it up.
Their MJs. Tom Holland, I think, proposed.
Oh, yeah.
So congrats, Tom Holland.
Congrats, Tom
Yeah,
Holland.
He'll never watch this video.
No. But what if?
What if?
Nah, because he doesn't support drinking.
Oh, he doesn't?
What if we drink Beero? We drink Beero.
He doesn't?
He had this whole thing with alcoholism, and so he invented he came up with his own non-alcoholic beer company called Beero.
If we ever have Tom Holland on, I say we do that.
Do we do Beero?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, maybe one day. Maybe when I'm 35 and we're still doing this podcast.
So we're gonna have White Lotus.
Yep.
I'm gonna go. Was Arcane a long? Because
Season 2 just came out.
Yeah.
Last year.
I'm gonna say that was 2022.
Okay.
Because I feel like they had Season 1 and Season 2 ready to go. Because I know Season 3 is gonna be completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
season 2 did end in a the end kind of thing. Yeah. So if Season 3 does come out, it won't be the same as Season 1 and 2.
So that leaves Vox Machina, and Vox Machina is on Season 3.
They just finished, yeah.
So I'm gonna say Vox Machina is 2021.
You're going White Lotus and Vox Machina?
Yep.
You're close.
Oh.
White Lotus is correct.
Okay.
And Arcane is the other one.
I knew it was one of the animations.
Vox Machina was Vox Machina came out in January of 2022.
Oh.
So okay, I looked it up. I'm like, what? Because it came up as a 2022 release. I'm like, is that real? And so I looked up when Season 1 came out. It was 2022, but it was January. I'm like, damn.
Man,
but yeah, I'll give it.
Almost got me there.
As an animation one, I'll give that to you. So.
Because animation takes a little bit, even if it's 3D.
It takes a long time.
It's the 3D, 2D animation.
Yeah.
Because I won't say hand drawn because. Did you know the reason we don't have hand drawn animation anymore?
I don't.
They are the only ones who have a union.
Really?
Yeah, they're the only animators that have.
That surprises me, actually.
And so, if I ever write my Elemental book that I wanted to write.
What, with Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I ever write that, the movies, I will declare now, will be hand-drawn animation because I think that is the perfect way to do that.
Yeah. Not live action?
Not live action. Not in...
You'll make less money, I'll tell you that.
Not in Vox... But it
doesn't matter.
At least it will look good.
Yeah.
And...
That is something, getting a little off topic here, is the movie that they're releasing for Lord of the Rings that is animated should have stayed live action. I think that is one of the trilogies that deserves to be live action because it is close enough. It's Middle Earth is, it's fantasy, but you have throw some pointy ears on a guy and he's an elf. Throw some perspective on the guy and he's a dwarf.
I don't think it's because it's animated. I think because it's specifically anime.
It doesn't look
good.
Good.
It doesn't. So it's the uncanny valley, I think.
Yeah?
Because we know...
You think it's the way it's animated?
Because we know specifically Lord of the Rings is this...
I think it's because it had that fantastic live-action trilogy.
Yeah.
If they tried to follow up with animated something. But then there was another movie, I don't remember which one it was, that is coming out with a live-action film that was animated before. I'm like, why aren't they... I don't remember what it was. It's something else.
I feel like with Lord of the Rings, it's the whole we know that Lord of the Rings is live action,
Yeah.
and so when we
And
see
all the Hobbit. There's 3 Hobbit movies, 3 Lord of the
that
Rings.
are live
Yeah.
action, and so now it's like if you were to remake Narnia into a
Yeah, it just wouldn't feel right.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like I wish they made more Narnia movies, but Narnia is not linear.
Yeah.
It's very like.
But it's also, like, we were just talking about Across the Spider-Verse. Like, if they made the 3rd one live action, it's like, no, don't.
No. Especially because the weirdo.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, don't hire him as Miles Morales.
Yeah. What is it? People were like, Miles Morales, the guy on TikTok, should just voice him.
Who's the guy on TikTok?
So there's this live streamer that just goes like, oh, I guess but he sounds like exactly
I'm
like.
gonna do my own thing.
Yeah, he literally goes like that for donations.
Mm-hmm.
And like he sounds exactly like him, and people are just like, just hire this kid.
The 2 that I've seen that are popular is one is Lucas from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
He would be good. Have you seen Cobra Kai?
No, I haven't.
Is the kid from Cobra Kai who plays Kenny. He would also be a very good. I think he would be better than the guy from Stranger Things. He'd be a better Miles Morales.
I think it would be better because they probably have training in martial arts then.
Yeah.
And so, like, you have that whole physicality.
Yeah.
And I believe, like, it's very weird because, like, I don't know Miles Morales as a character. I didn't play the video game. I didn't.
I say that. I also, like, don't know Peter Parker as a character that well either.
I know Peter Parker as,
I know Spider-Man, but I don't know Peter Parker that well.
So like, I would say Toby plays the best Peter.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew plays the best Spider-Man. And I think if you want the best of both worlds, it's probably Tom Holland.
I was thinking about this the other day. I think they botched Tom's films because of the inclusion of, like, Iron Man.
Yeah.
I think including him in Homecoming ruined that film. I think it took away from Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and that sucks. And then it got Far From Home, which is right after Infinity War. How do you follow that up after Iron Man's sacrifice? And you got the whole thing, I can't be Iron Man. It's like, that's the whole plot. The plot is about Iron Man.
Yeah.
That sucks. The 3rd movie, you throw Tom and Andrew in there. It's like, none of these movies were his. And that feels bad. And so I hope he gets his 4th, or maybe even 4th and 5th movie.
I think we're getting a new trilogy.
I hope we do, where it's him. I hope we get one with Tom Holland. Yeah. And it's Tom Holland's Street Spider-Man. Throw in Johnny Storm in there. I don't care.
Street Spider-Man is so fucking cool.
So much cooler than Interdimensional Spider-Man.
Because I'd rather him be beating up thugs than just like, hey, this guy has like a scorpion super suit.
Yeah.
That he remade from past Tony Stark parts. Do you think you can control that?
Yeah.
And so, like, I don't know who we do. We would probably get Tombstone as a villain.
I would love Tombstone as a villain. If you throw Scorpion in there, at least make Scorpion make his own tech. Because I found that, as much as I don't like Whiplash as an Iron Man 2 villain, I like that Whiplash made his own... with, like, it's not something Hammer. Justin Hammer's technology.
I swear I'm at a Marvel.
It's still more interesting than, it's all Tony Stark. It's all Tony Stark. Every tech is Tony Stark. It just feels lazy.
Yeah. And
that's why I didn't like Vulture. Like, Vulture was okay.
I feel like the MCU as of late, I haven't seen. It just came out. Falcon, or Captain America.
Yeah.
Brave New World.
It might come out tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I think tonight.
Literally.
Yeah.
But I want to go see it, but I also don't want to support bad movies without.
What makes me hesitant to see it, literally the one scene alone, is the one scene in Washington, D.C., where it's like they did 2 lines of CGI cherry blossoms. And they threw CGI Red Hulk in there. And then they just threw... Like, make it look good, and then I'll go watch it. Like, don't... I know problem with Anthony Mackie or him as the new guy. I think Falcon and the Winter Soldier was fantastic. Because it looked good. That looked fantastic.
Do you know what you
fantastic.
Say that. Do you know some people do not like live action remakes being called live action remakes specifically because the Lion King remake is not live action. It's all animated.
Okay. You can't make something realistic CGI and not call it live action. That's like not calling what else? I feel like something else came out on this. Like Lilo and Stitch. That's live action Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah,
but Stitch is not live action.
There's actually people in it though that use real sets. Everything in this Lion King is digitally animated.
I don't care. It's live action.
Canceling.
Because it came out around the same time as like Little Mermaid and Aladdin and the other ones. Like I think there's another one that came out around the same time. Cinderella.
Yeah.
Cinderella.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
I think that was the best one.
I have my own opinions about that.
Ryan's like, I really enjoyed the Lion King live action. I don't understand why they don't.
I did tell you my date story about Beauty and the Beast.
You went to Beauty and the Beast over a day? My first,
Did I not
my
tell you that
first
story?
ever. So today is a little anniversary for me. It was when I first got with my girlfriend.
On February 13th?
February 13th. Guess what movie we went to go see?
Was it Beauty and the Beast?
No, it was another Disney movie. It was animated.
Oh.
It was a sequel.
Oh.
Incredibles 2.
Incredibles 2. That's what I was going to say.
It was Frozen 2.
How long did that come
Like
out?
2020. Like 2019.
That's crazy.
It was like, that was literally persistence.
I can't believe... No, that can't be true. Frozen 2 did not come out 5 years ago?
Yes.
Damn.
It was literally me going... she posted on her story like, oh, I really want to go see Frozen 2. And then I slid up and was like, yeah, I would love to go see Frozen 2.
You slid up.
What could I say?
You slid up on February 13th.
What can I say?
This guy's a player. He shot his shot.
And now I don't talk to women.
This guy. You won't believe this guy.
Yeah.
I won't tell his story.
Yeah. That will be in a documentary.
Maybe that's in part 2 of tonight. Maybe after a few more beers, you tell your own story.
Shattered Moon Productions documentary, and then there was. I can't say that. I can't.
The John Doc would go crazy.
The John documentary. Oh my God! Show the web.
Yeah.
Show the web. That nobody knows. I think now we watch season 2.
I was gonna say I think we're.
Yeah, we watched season 2 now.
I think we watched season 2. You'll see us in like.
What are some bold predictions?
Oh yeah, predictions. So let's go character by character.
I think wife reveal for Mark. We'll start with Mark.
Let's start with Mark. He's our main character. Mark, I guess you know that he deintegrates or whatever. He's gonna wake up at the party, and he's gonna be confused, and are all gonna question him. I don't think it's until episode 2, which we won't watch tonight. We're only watching episode 1, that they question him about what he said. She's alive. I don't think we get there. I don't think we get there this episode. It feels very episode 1 that they won't cover that. Now I gotta watch another one. I gotta wait another week.
Yeah, I can't wait till we get 4 episodes.
Yeah. We're going to. Irving. He just knocked on the door.
I think he's gonna be. I don't know why I'm here.
Yeah.
Do you think Irving? Oh no.
But he has the map.
Irving's an old military guy. Do you think he's gonna be frowned upon? Like he's gonna frown upon the gay couple?
I don't think so. I hope not. That would break my heart.
I hope not.
That would break my heart if he says that to Bert.
I hope he's not.
No.
Oh my God.
Dylan.
Do you know what story broke my heart?
Which one?
The Klaus Dave.
I was gonna say I was about to reference that, but I'm like I don't think you've seen. I don't know if you've seen.
I watched Umbrella Academy.
I was so sad for Klaus. I was so sad for Klaus. And they ruined him season 2, 3, and 4.
Yes, because he's such a good character in season 1.
Season 4 sucks. Do not watch season 4. They ruined Klaus.
Stop at season 2.
Stop at season 2. Because he still has feelings for...
Stop at season 1.
Don't even watch the other seasons. The world ends. The world ends at the end of season 1. Yeah. That's it.
Call it a day.
Season 1 rocked. I'm gonna rewatch it at some point.
But
3
Bears in the movie.
See, that's how I restart. God, as much as I don't like Cobra Kai as like drag you in TV, that's bad TV. Cobra Kai is bad TV. I rewatched season 1. I'm like, damn, might as well rewatch season 2, and I rewatched all 6 seasons. It was a waste of my time. Don't rewatch shows that you know suck. God, I'm so upset with myself.
So Dylan.
But Dylan gets tackled by Milkshake.
He gets reprimanded.
There's gotta be more. There's gotta be more. As much as they built up punishments,
no way they go out to his actual wife. Because they can tell him they're about to do something, and he has no way to stop it.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. But they can't. The worst they did to Mark was slap him on the hand and told him he
hit himself
repairing a water jug. Which I wish we had gotten to see that scene. Maybe we see that scene this episode.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. Helly, but you said she stays Helene, which confuses me. How?
I know that there's a switch somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think that's the scene that you saw where it doesn't beep.
Yes!
So
I got this kind of spoiled for me, is that as they're going down the elevator, it plays 2, like, tones, whatever, I don't know what the tones are, but it's like, as they're going down the elevator, someone doesn't get their second beep, which means they didn't, like, Severance, they didn't, like, integrate. So maybe that is Helly.
I think we took the 2 spoilers, and then I think we brought them together.
Maybe this makes sense to someone. I saw the first 5/6 of edit, which was evil Kermit from that one Muppets movie and Helly.
Oh no!
Maybe someone else has seen that. I hope someone else has.
Do you know what happens in Muppets?
No, I haven't seen it. So that's why I'm like, I seen it.
Oh my God, Ryan!
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God, you just been fucked.
Yeah, no.
We actually watch Muppets.
I saved the edit to watch after, but I need to watch that movie as well. But it's evil Kermit and Helly, or like it's like swapping between them. It's like like the parallels of evil Kermit and Helly.
We're so fucked.
Are we fucked?
You know what happened? Oh my God!
I know what happens. I haven't seen that movie.
Oh my God! There's a switch.
I don't know.
As the Muppet guy.
Like maybe that's why I
didn't put it together when you told me.
That's why I said it to you earlier. Like maybe you'll get it, and you didn't react. I'm like, oh, maybe it's not that. No, but okay. I guess we'll see you in a little bit. It's time to go watch season 2, episode 1.
3. Boom! Boom! Boom!
Well, I don't know where we left off.
We're back. We're 2 episodes into season 2.
We said we watched 1, we watched 2.
I mean...
Of course you know we're going to watch 2. Episode 1 never answers the questions you're wondering about from season 1. And I knew that.
This one wasn't as big as a cliffhanger.
What, season 1 episode?
No, like the season 2, episode 2.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, no. Oh, no, she definitely knows about the wife, and he can probably
totally knows, yeah. I don't know what our predictions were. That was a while ago. I don't know if I watch on. Like 2 hours, because we had a conversation between as well. Yeah. We predicted our things. I think we said, I think a lot of our predictions happened in episode 2.
Yeah. Because we actually saw like what happened right after.
And we didn't think about what would happen to the Ennies, and I guess maybe Funke from Arrested Development was there. That's what I heard. I should have predicted maybe I should have predicted maybe Funke was there. But other than that, like it's kind of what we said.
Yeah, I mean,
There's not much to talk about based on what we said we would talk about.
I mean, the first Milkshake's actor.
Thank you. I'm glad you brought him up. He, I think, is the best actor in the show.
The way he goes from being, it's very like fake corporate, trying to be nice to people.
Yeah.
Even though like he doesn't want to be nice to them.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna see that either later in the season or in season 3.
And I think you get a lot of Mark, Innie, Audi. You get a little bit of Helene, Innie, Audi, and then you get some like Dylan and Irving, Innie, Audi. You only get Milchick, Innie, or I guess in Innie side, like he's the same. He doesn't have a separate form.
Yeah.
But I think he's the best.
Yeah, I mean, he does, in hindsight, probably have the easiest job because he doesn't have to play more than 2 people.
Yeah.
But
then, he's so uncanny.
He's so, like, you know something's up. Like, you can tell his smile's fake.
Yeah.
And it's...
That's not easy to do.
Yeah. It's a...
Good job, you did it.
Like, no.
First try.
It's the very, like you're just raising your lip.
Yeah.
You're not really, like... Actually, like, when you're when you're laughing genuinely, that's, like, when your actual smile is. But it's just, like...
And the first time I saw me, like, I was immediately reminded of Childish Gambino from Solo, the Star Wars film. Donald Glover. And, like, that's what immediately what he reminded me of. And I'm like, I want to separate myself from that, because I don't think this is a... he's not Donald Glover. And, like, I don't think he was meant to be.
But it does give off the vibes.
But it does give off the vibes.
Like, it's very... If Troy from Community was, like, a boss somewhere.
Yeah.
And, like, he's, like, throwing around jokes, and it's like, oh, you'll get your melon party.
Is it the dance and everything?
Yeah.
It's like, in season 1, yeah. We're going to combine some season 1, season 2 here and there, because we only watched 2 seasons, or 2 episodes of...
2 seasons!
2 seasons! 2 episodes of season 1. But I feel like there's still some, like... See, the first 2 episodes, I think, are hard to talk about separately, because they are the build-off and the predictions of season 1, and I think that's what they're meant to be. Yeah. They're not meant to build off too much. You don't get reveals. You don't get, like, character development or anything. It's hard to say that you do. I don't know.
I mean, you get basically where you thought season 2 was going to lead off in episode 2.
Yeah.
Because you don't expect Mark to go right into the office again.
But I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that is a very season 2, episode 1 thing, where it's like, oh, I need to know the answer to this question. We're not answering it at episode 1.
Yeah.
You'll get it next week. You get all the questions that you didn't think you needed to know episode 1. It's like, what if they were all replaced? What if this? And
it's reverse Squid Game. So it's like you want to see him go to the game again.
Yeah.
And it's like, we get Mark in the office again really quick.
Yeah. I was talking with my sister about Squid Game season 2. She's like, "Did you watch it in Korean or English?" I'm like, "Watch it in English." She's like, "Why'd you do that?" I'm like, "I need to watch it again in Korean, but if I do, I'm starting episode 3. I'm not starting episode 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I don't need to watch those again. I don't need to watch them search for
the guy
the commissioner in the subways in Korean. It's like, why do I need to do that? Or the Halloween episode in Korean now. I'm starting in the game.
There's a Halloween episode?
Halloween party. Episode 2 is Halloween. The Halloween party.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I did not realize that. I thought it was just a party in Korea.
Nope. It's Halloween. It's Halloween party. But that shows you how much, like, that episode means. It means nothing.
Yeah.
Just start episode 3.
Yeah.
You want the game, start episode 3. Because you guys want the games, you guys want the gore.
Holy crap. I mean, look, that's every death game.
But like Hunger Games, Maze Runner, it all starts with gore.
I think Hunger Games could make so much money just if they had an HBO series and every season was a game.
You have 74 seasons.
Yeah, and like they would never run out of content, and then people would talk about it every single year.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have to rehire a cast every single year.
No, you make a new cast every year.
At most, you hire back 1 or 2 people.
Because they're the winners of the season. Yeah.
And so, like, you might have to, like...
You don't have to hire Haymitch until, 50?
Yeah. Or you might have to hire, like, what is it?
Effie and,
yeah,
Caesar.
like those types of characters.
Yeah. And President Snow and whatever.
But, like, District 4 is the main focus on Hunger Games 37.
Yeah, but like that's the thing with those is like you don't have to focus on like the capital of those games.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they did that with those games, like with
Snow would get hired back every season.
Yeah.
And then.
But you don't have to hire a. I think you would have to hire a Caesar. You would have to.
Yeah. Because it would be Lucky Flickerman.
Yeah.
Until Caesar comes.
Yeah.
Or Caesar's dad, because I think it's...
I don't know. I still haven't watched Songbird or Ballad of Songbird.
It's really good. I heard the book is way better because you can actually see how, like, demented he is.
I need to get back into reading. I've struggled to get back into it ever since assigned reading in, like, high school.
What was the last book you read?
I have currently been reading The Bone Ships, which is...
Oh, yeah, I heard...
Yeah, I'm reading it along with my roommate.
What's behind door number?
It's a book about like pirates and like dragons, and the pirate ships are made of dragon bones, which is pretty interesting. But ever since book club, I've not read. I've not read the book.
The last one I read.
The hike is the one before that.
I read part 1 of the first book of Dune,
which
is like 400 pages.
I don't think I could get behind Dune. I think the political would drive me to death.
The book is super, like, just like... So...
As much as I hated the hike, I would recommend the hike. I liked it.
For what I read of it, I probably would have enjoyed if I read more.
It was very good.
But I just didn't have the time to, and then I'm like... I know a decent amount.
I think it could have been longer, in fact. I think it was rushed. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about books and maybe 2 beers in a book.
2 beers in a book would be crazy.
We read a book.
We read a book in a month? In a month? Yeah, that's the word.
We could do that.
I think the entire room would be Kid Roger.
Bottle of wine in a book.
Bottle.
Let us know what you think.
Read a book.
But season 2 is not out of the way of what we thought it was going to be, so I don't know how much we can add to what we...
I feel like everything we expected that was going to happened in episode 1 or 2.
Irving didn't meet Bert, but
Bert...
I did like the knocking, like immediately Irving was knocking on the elevator door for Bert. I did like that. And then Dylan was like, oh, you ruined my time, whatever. The 5-month time skip confuses me.
I think it might have been a couple of days.
I don't think it was 5 months. I agree. Maybe a week.
Yeah.
You don't hire a new group for 5 months just to replace them immediately. You don't.
Yeah. And also the guy getting kicked out was like very mad.
Mark W?
Yeah, and he was like...
He was a previous MDR.
Yeah.
Which is... Where were you MDR before this MDR?
Some other branch.
Not Lumen. Or another Lumen branch.
No, it was another Lumen branch.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that was disgusting.
Okay.
Because he's like, yeah, the other people were assholes.
Yeah.
And like, I hear that you liked your group.
It felt weird that they were immediately replaced. It's like, after all the trouble you went through with Petey. It's like you don't go through them that quick, especially for Mark. Unless Mark S, our main character, Adam Scott, is that important that he needs his group to continue, and it's like he and Gemma, his wife, Miss Casey, are they a social experiment on memory, and the rest of them are just thrown in there? Because otherwise it doesn't make sense.
Because you need controls to experiment.
Yeah.
So I think they're the controls. Like, they know.
But why send Miss Casey down another floor? What is the another floor? I will learn it eventually what the next floor down means.
So it's probably, I don't know, to make sure everything's going well.
And why does Irving know what it is? Why is he painting it 100 times?
I think he saw it once.
Yeah, but with Bert, it wasn't with Bert.
Had to be with Bert.
But Bert went up. Bert went up.
No, they all go through the same thing.
No, cause Miss Casey, her Audi or whatever it is dead. So they sent her down, but Bert's Audi is alive, so they would have sent him up.
I mean, I don't know. I think we had to watch
We'll watch season or episode 3 and 4, and then episode 5 or whenever it comes out. We'll probably update you guys at the end of season 2 of our Severance.
Yeah, probably Memento. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll get back. I think that's probably a good place to recap on it.
Because it's, yeah.
By then we'll be at least caught up with Memento.
Yeah. You mean Severance.
With Severance, yeah. I mean, by the time we record Memento.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't even know what else to say that we haven't covered.
I do have a guest budget.
Yeah, I got 2 other bits as well.
Yeah. 2 others?
One's short, one's really short.
What about the other one? How long is that one?
One's kind of short.
One's
kind of short.
Yeah, working 9 to 5 real quick.
One you'll zone back in like 3 to 5 hours.
Okay. So guess the budget.
Yeah.
I have 2 shows.
Mm-hmm.
One of them being Severance.
Of course.
And the other being another Office type show. Can you guess?
Is it The Office?
Yes, it's The Office. 2 numbers. 200 million. And then 402 million.
Is this the entirety of the show?
This is, so far, yes.
I have to go The Office is 402 and this one's 200.
Yeah.
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 I think just based on runtime, I couldn't have answered any differently.
So I have many reports that The Office was either between $2 million an episode to produce, or
it could
500,000
have been cheap. It couldn't have been cheap. There's much more. I feel like much more one-on-one shots, and I feel like that raises the budget more because you're doing more scenes, more times.
But it's all contracts.
Yeah, you got Steve Carell.
So, everybody signed on for 9 seasons.
Oh.
Steve Carell only signed for 7.
Okay.
That's the whole reason why Steve Carell left.
That sucks. Which, I mean, I guess it added to the plot a little bit, but it's like... yeah, I mean, because you get Dwight as the manager, and it's like, it's nice. It's nice to have Dwight as the manager.
Yeah.
It fulfills his... I didn't like Andy as the manager. I'm sorry, Andy. You sucked. Go back in your boat to the Bahamas. It sucked. I don't know what else to say about that besides to go to my bit.
Your 2 bits.
My 2 bits. I'll start with my second one. True or false? A single question. Milchick is written for Donald Glover.
Fucking false.
Yeah, it is false.
Because I looked it up when you said...
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I'm glad I did that one first then. we talked about this a little bit where both John and I separately said this feels like a Donald Glover role. It to me especially it felt like was it from Solo? From
yeah,
I'm
Lando Calrissian.
Lando Calrissian.
We had the same conversation.
I'm like I can't remember his name though. It felt like Lando Calrissian from Solo, but I can't remember his name. But
I am going to clip this because we talked about this 10 minutes ago.
I know.
And it's just going to be 20 minutes later.
20 minutes later. What's his name? But other than that, like even with like the pictures of like something Brando in the New World, I can't remember the full name of the movie. Donald Glover's releasing a new movie and soundtrack for. That's what Lithuania like the.
I don't know.
The Goblin. Something.
You're
Goblin.
talking to a wall right now.
Oh my god. Something the soundtrack for the Goblin. That's like the Lithuania. Oh my god.
You're talking to a wall.
Oh my god. This guy does not listen to Childish Gambino.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't listen to Goblin on a Wall.
You know the song. I'll play the song. We're gonna get copyrighted.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay, but I think you guys know. So I'll go to my second one. So I have 3 movies.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller, who directed and produced Severance, either directed or produced 2 of these movies. The third one he did not direct or produce.
You're a scumbag for this.
I'm sorry. I
Ben Stiller got because I think he would get a producer credit for the third night at the museum. Because
I chose 3 movies that he is not in.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I did that on purpose. I'm not gonna choose Zoolander.
Yeah, like Zoolander 2, where they gave him a producer credit.
No.
Because that happens all the time.
Yeah.
An actor is involved in a movie for 7 years.
No, I choose 3 movies he is not an actor in.
Okay.
So it gives you a fighting chance.
My thing right now, going into it.
Yeah.
If it's any freaking kids movie, if it's Paddington 2, I'm automatically
Number 1, Megamind.
Fuck. That's my kids movie. That's my guess right now.
Number 2, The Cable Guy. This is a
directed.
No, this is
That's a Jim Carrey movie.
Jim Carrey. This is a Jim Carrey movie.
No way.
The Cable Guy.
He's too young at that point.
And number 3, Wedding Crashers.
Ooh.
With Owen Wilson and what's his name? The other guy.
I know
the guy.
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn.
I've seen that movie.
VV. Good old VV.
So did he direct one and produce the other?
So he directed one, produced the other. So that's why 2 of them are directed or produced.
Okay, so one he directed.
One he directed, one he produced, one he has neither credit on. You don't have to guess which one's which. Just which one he's not involved in.
I'm gonna guess he directed. What was the middle one?
Cable Guy.
No, that's too old for him. There's no way he's getting a director or producer credit for that. Because the other 2 are newer ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna guess he.
This is a hard. I don't think I would do this bit. This is a very hard bit. I was surprised by a lot of these answers. I had to double check on some of these as well.
He directed.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to get the director producer.
No,
right.
But I want to.
But you want to, okay.
He directed Megamind and then produced Wedding Crashers, or is it flipped?
He had no correlation to Wedding Crashers.
Fuck.
Which is crazy to me.
But he produced the other one, right?
He produced Megamind.
Oh, and
directed Cable Guy.
Okay. That's crazy.
I know.
Because he would...
He has a connection to Owen Wilson through Night at the Museum, and a connection to Vince Vaughn through Dodgeball. Through the films I know him in.
So he would have... He would have been really young when he directed that.
Yeah.
So he would have been like 30.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
But it's like, I just...
Not 30, like 40s.
This is my second Arrested Development call out on this episode. He is an episode of Arrested Development. He's like something wonder. He's like a magician. And he has a W goatee, which is really funny. And he like sometimes he'll just walk off of like the scene and go, oh, and then like pull a piece of bread out of his knee or something as a magic act. It's really funny.
Cool
watch
story.
this show.
Yeah, I should watch it.
It's pretty funny. It's
bad.
I think you enjoy it.
I have 2 questions.
Oh, you do? You got more?
Number 1,
yeah.
what situation would you want a severance from?
I feel like going to take a test. Like, I hate going to take, like, I have to go to a testing center and, like, I don't care that's 30 minutes. I don't want to be in there reading a question. It's, like, my severance form would not know the answers to that question. Like, if that was the only time I was severanced, that severance form wouldn't have no knowledge of the test questions. So maybe it's like studying plus test questions.
Yeah.
I don't know, like...
But then there's the whole intuition bit.
Of what? Like, I went to class and, like, I knew the... Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. That's real.
I think for me, it's probably, like, driving.
I like driving. I think I find it relaxing, actually.
Mine would be Uber Eats.
Don't do Uber Eats.
No.
So your work, you choose your work?
Yeah, I choose my one job out of 3. Sorry. I choose the one thing that I'm like... Actually, no. It wouldn't be actually driving during Uber Eats, because I enjoy that part.
Yeah.
It would be when somebody puts meat at door.
That 10 seconds.
When I see that...
You get out of your car and you get back in, it's like...
Because they're never on time.
Yeah, that's real.
It's always like they treat me like I
and
have
honestly,
all the time.
I feel like that is a much more reasonable answer than, like, other jobs. Because it's like, yeah, I'm driving, but I'm also on the clock. And it's like, I get into my car, and they get out of my car, and I just made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, what is it? Like, sometimes what will happen is, like, they just won't come out. And so I just leave it there.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no, you didn't come out in, like, 40 minutes.
What if I choose the opposite of a selfish answer, and I choose D&D? And it's like, my one self, I'm not him.
Just only...
But my one self gets to play D&D forever.
That man has no...
That man is happy as hell.
He's just in a fantasy world.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that's... Hey, guys.
We're back. Yeah! It's like, I'll never get to play again, but he gets to play forever, and me knowing that...
It's the bing bong of Inside Out. It's like, dude...
Remember me! Boy, that's an open hand.
Yeah, okay, good. Which character would you want to be most?
In Severance?
In Severance.
I think my last answer is Dylan. And this is my reason why for Dylan. Is Dylan was so into the program. The finger traps, the caricatures, everything. And then you meet your son, and then you gotta go back to work like it's okay. You go to the melon bar? No. That's fucked up. So Dylan's my last answer. Is this out of the 4, or can I choose like milkshake? But I don't want to be milkshake. That sucks to be milkshake.
But I feel like you're in the most control.
Yeah, but like to do that to someone?
I feel like...
That's heavy.
I feel like he's about to be revealed as like the biggest psychopath that works there.
Yeah, but like, so then you could choose Miss Selvig as like,
yeah,
you had some control. You weren't that crazy.
I'd choose Rickton.
You just the guy who read the book.
Yeah, the guy who's basically a god to these people.
This is totally off topic, but the woman who severanced her pregnancy.
That was crazy.
That's crazy. And like I mentioned
that was the whole part of the first prompt, like what?
Oh, what job?
Yeah.
I feel like that's gonna be a huge plot point in season 2.
Could you imagine like never taking a shit?
You severance your shits.
Yeah, you're just like, well, I gotta go to the bathroom. Whoop!
The man who's doomed to eternal shit.
That would be funny. That's a funny skit.
Severance 2's doomed to drinking beer all the time.
That's
The second I take a beer, I unseverance, and he's taking another sip. He's like, no.
And then like you drive home and you're like, wow, I feel. Wait.
Wait, I drove home. Did you see that, dude? I'll tell you, the TikTok is then Jews.
Our TikTok chain is cursed, I swear.
Look,
did you see the Heinz ketchup packets?
Yeah.
This one has a different print than the other.
This was BBQ. This was barbecue. But yeah, other than that, I don't know what else we got.
I don't know.
I feel like we did not record that long, but we also recorded another.
If we look at this, it's going to be like an hour 30.
Yeah, it's bound to be. I was 16. That's normal for us. We haven't even done so. It's in our movie review, it's not fair to put this in our.
Yeah, in our movie review.
I would put Severance season 1 at 1.
I'm gonna give it
a rating.
I'm gonna give it 4.8 microchips out of 5 microchips.
I was gonna do 4.8 something as well.
Yeah.
For the beer, I think I declared this before I took my last sip. I think I said it was a 4.46. I think is what I said it was gonna be.
It's a solid like 4.26.
It was good. It didn't taste special.
This was.
But that's hard for beers nowadays.
It
was good.
This was Busch with like extra flavor.
This is Busch with a little bit extra flavor and twice as much alcohol.
A little kick. A little. It gets you on like the 4th episode of Severance.
Yeah, it hits you there.
When it's like, oh no, I have to record a podcast afterwards.
Yeah.
It's like,
thank God we had a little intermission between season 2, episode 1, and season 2, episode 2.
We had a good like hour and a half.
Yeah. But other than that, I think
this has been a pretty decent episode.
Yeah. Sorry if you were expecting a movie. We'll get you a movie next week, but we had to talk about Severance.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to overrule a movie with Severance, so
this entire
that's what you get.
Thing stemmed off of Ryan.
I'm sorry.
Hey, do you want to watch Severance before? And then I go, yippee, sure do.
Sure do.
And I came over, we watched Severance, and then it was 2 episodes before the season finale, and I'm like, what if this is just
We'll just finish this. Yeah.
We're in new land.
We're experimental territory.
We experienced like, what is it, 2 ideas
If
today?
you guys don't want to hear about TV shows, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll go back to movies.
Yeah.
If you want to hear about more TV shows, let us know. We'll binge more TV.
We already have
binge all of Stranger Things season 5 when it comes out.
We already have three podcasts.
Shut up. No, this would be a continuation of this one. We can't make it.
Yeah. So this has been 3 beers and a TV show.
And a TV show this
week. Who knows if this is a new thing, old thing? I'm trying to get this to 120.
Don't stretch it.
Yeah. So we'll see you next week.
See you next week.